I'm Jim Pagones, and I have the joy of being married to Joan for going on 37 years as of January 1st of this year.
We've been coming to Grace. It will be 5 years this coming January.
We were actually both saved on the same day, and we didn't know it. I was actually driving home from work. I was speeding, and I was meditating on the fact that Christ died on the cross for me, and I kept asking, Lord, why would you die on the cross for me? I'm a sinner, but yet you've chose to forgive me. And that's when I asked him to forgive me and allow me to become part of his kingdom. And I knew in an instant I was saved, and I was so overjoyed. And when I walked into the house, I had tears in my eyes, and Joan had tears in her eyes. And I said, honey, I'm saved. I know I'm saved. And Joan looked down at me and she said, I'm saved. I know I'm saved because I got saved today too. And we were baptized the same day. It was just awesome.
And now we've been able to see so many people baptized here.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's another joyful experience.
Sure. When we listened to the message that was based on the book of Numbers and the children of Israel, and how God was speaking to his children about, haven't I proven myself to you enough that you can just trust in me? I remember sitting in this very worship center thinking, Lord, I know what you want me to do now, and I know exactly how I'm going to do it for you.
Jesus is worthy, and he's worth it. And the investment that we're making here at this church, both financially and in service, is going to go on for a long time to come when we're gone.
I always go to the book of Hebrews where God says, I will never forsake nor abandon you. And that's what I try to approach that on any issue where a person is struggling with the finances, relationships, jobs, children, etc. God is faithful. And if you cling to that truth and you believe it with all of your heart, soul, and mind, you'll see it manifest itself in ways that sometimes we can never imagine. And so when it comes to finances, I think it all goes back to that whole time where for 13 years, I had no idea how we were going to make it financially, but we did because we placed our faith and trust in the Lord, and he took care of us.
I want to be part of something bigger than this church, bigger than ourselves, that is going to last for eternity. You know, in the history of this church, one person made a difference. And, you know, I've often said, one person can make a difference for bad, one person can make a difference for good. And that gentleman, all those years ago here in Washingtonville, began a work that is still going on and not completed yet.
It's just another chapter, that's all.
And it's exciting that we can be a part of this going forward.
Yes.